Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Alright. I hope this lunar eclipse has treated you very well. I'm recording this on the day after, on the 8th. So let's see what message is coming in for your overall energy. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for this beautiful being? A win-win outcome is forecast. I love every time this card comes out because we know we winning. I mean, we know that already, but it's good to see it on a card. So a win-win outcome is forecast. You may have been worried about the outcome of something, okay? This could be in love, this could be in finances, or a creative endeavor, or something with family, okay? Something with a living situation. A win-win outcome is forecast. Divine really wants you to take a deep breath, breathe out any stress. 111 on the timer. Ashe. Portals are open for your success. The universe is working with you, not against you, okay? Divine wants to remind you of that. All right, what other message do you have for this beautiful being? Thank you, Spirit. Now, we got this card in the last reading, but I like that these are here together. It says, enter at your own risk. There's something that Divine wants you to pause about. I feel like this is going to be different. In the last reading, it was about an entanglement. All right, but I feel like there's going to be something else that Divine is warning you to pause with, okay? So we're going to take a look and see what this warning is that's coming through. I actually want to start with my Kipper-ish to clarify this. Thank you, Divine. What are you telling this beautiful being to pause regarding? Okay, your ancestors are with you. They're supporting you. Please clarify this more, Spirit. Okay. So, Divine has already they're letting you know, they're bringing through that you have the support of your ancestors and that you are on a path of ascension, okay? There is some confusion and illusion that has been impacting you or that's been trying to come through. And so I want to get a read on the specific source of this confusion and illusion. Okay, we have a Page of Swords, a King of Pentacles, thank you, Spirit. Clarify this confusion and illusion. Okay. And one more, Spirit. 8 of Wands. Okay. There's someone who's been keeping an eye on you. Okay. And there's something that they have, like their motivation of keeping an eye on you is financial. With the King of Pentacles here, there's something that this Page of Swords is trying to manipulate. As you can see there, he's trying to guide this. They want to bring about a different outcome than what's actually just for you. This is seen here with the Hanged Man. They want to cause a different outcome than what's actually right. Now you're going to get communication about this. This is seen with the 8 of Wands, okay? But this person is not honest in their communication, but they are keeping an eye on you. You're seen here as a nice guy, so whether you are a masculine or feminine or identify as male, female, doesn't matter. You have good intentions, Okay? Your ancestors are definitely coming through very strong. They're supporting you, okay? And they are going to make sure that whatever result comes through, whatever the outcome of this situation is, they're going to make sure that it supports your ascension. Okay? You could be in a legal situation, or you could be heading into a legal situation. Divine wants you to know that the outcome is a win-win forecast. I feel like some of you are up against a legal battle. Divine says that in the ethers you've already won. Okay? Divine really wants you to breathe through this and move forward with a positive outcome that you visualize in your mind's eye. Regarding this confusion and illusion, let's see what that's about. There's somebody who wants you to be greedy. There could be a Taurus involved. I just saw the Taurus card. There's somebody who wants you to be really greedy. They want you to want excess. But they don't want you to want the right thing for you. This could be where you're, if you are in a legal proceeding or a legal situation, it's like they want you to fight for the wrong thing. Divine says that you have good legal counsel. If you have already sought legal counsel, you have good legal counsel. Tell me more about this confusion and illusion, Divine. Yeah, there's somebody who wants to steal from you. This is intellectual theft, but how that's coming through for me is that this person is using their intellect in order to try to steal from you. They want to take from you. They're afraid of being exposed because this Page of Swords who's been keeping an eye on you, they definitely are in the wrong in many ways. This Page of Swords is trying to become a King of Pentacles. That's what it is. So this is someone, this could be an air sign, doesn't have to be. But this Page of Swords is keeping an eye on you, and they're very slick. They try to be very slick, okay? And what they're trying to do is use you and your situation in order to elevate to the status of King of Pentacles. Okay, so they're a page, and they know it. This is a person who does not have a lot of property. They do not have a lot of wisdom. Whatever wisdom they have, whatever intellect they have, they're using it to try to elevate their or increase their funds, okay, their wealth. I'm getting that this is a person who does this quite often. Like they go around trying to scope out situations where they could use somebody or manipulate someone in order to get in on some sort of legal situation and gain from it, okay? They're kind of like a professional criminal in a way. That's what they use their time and energy and effort towards, is trying to take advantage of people financially in legal situations. Do I clarify this situation? What's going on? Yeah, so this definitely involves a theft. It says robbery, burglary, embezzlement, or larceny. So you've got the optimism card here, and it was on top of the exposure. So this lets me know that something is being exposed during these court proceedings that is going to help you win. You should be very optimistic, okay? Because first of all, like I said, you're seen here as being in the right. So you have acted with high honor. You have been kind. Divine knows that you have tried your very best to gather all the information that you needed in order to equip yourself adequately in this process. Divine says there's some things that you haven't seen or noticed, but they will be revealed to you. Okay? Divine says that you have every reason to be optimistic because someone definitely committed a crime against you. There was something that was done where either your inheritance or some sort of property that was owed to you, someone did something in order to steal that from you, or either to keep it off of your radar. They didn't even want you to know that it was owed to you. Divine, tell me more about this. Tell me more about this Page of Swords and their intentions toward this beautiful being. Yeah, they came on the scene causing conflict. And Divine says they know that they're wrong. Yeah, it's like they're very committed. Oh, 1111, portals are open for your success. It's like they know that they're wrong, but they are fighting tooth and nail because they think that whatever little bit of information they have is right. But just seeing that their goal is to go from the Page of Swords to the King of Pentacles in this way, like by stealing from someone or being in the wrong, that lets me know that they are not intelligent. So you already have the upper hand, you know what I mean? You just keep being shown as a sweetheart, someone who's very high vibe. Divine says you did not deserve for this theft to happen to you. This could have had to do with your savings. Someone could have stolen some money from you that you had saved. It could have been an account that you had trusted was safe, and there was somebody who was eyeing it, 1212 on the timer, and they were just ready to move forward and take from you. Divine, show me more about this situation. Okay, there's somebody here who is very, very greedy. That is at the heart of this whole case. They were greedy. Also, you're dealing with a spiritual narcissist. This is someone who uses spiritual knowledge or the awareness of spiritual things in order to take advantage of people. I feel like this person could have used dark energy work in order to try to influence you or your level of awareness of the situation. Tell me more about this, Spirit. This person has they've like trolled on the internet, and the only reason why they've done that is because they wanted to wear away at your self-confidence, like overall. Even if they were using a fake account on your Facebook page and your Facebook didn't have anything to do with this legal process, like you didn't post anything about it there, they were still trying to just infiltrate your mind with a lack of confidence so that you would back down in the legal proceeding. So what I'm seeing is that someone was trying to infiltrate you on a personal level in order to wear down your confidence, to impact your success with this legal process. But that lets you know they really don't have anything. They don't have a leg to stand on with this legal situation, because if they did, they would come in there like Matlock with all their evidence. Exhibit A, B, C, D. They'd have witnesses. They'd have everything. They would have all their documentation and all of the evidence that they need right there in court. But they don't. So they've been trying to come at you from the left on your personal social media, trying to wear down your confidence, trying to do little things that have nothing to do with the legal case, but they're just trying to give you sleepless nights by creeping you out with weirdness on the internet. 1444. Your new beginning is protected, like triple protected, 1444. Is there anything else we need to know about this court case, Divine, or this legal proceeding? Squad. Okay, I don't want to show that because they're in bikinis. But you got a squad, and I feel like this squad is divine. Okay, it says close friends, birds of a feather flock together, soul tribe. This is positive energy. So there's somebody, I'm hearing witness. There's somebody who can attest to something that will help you with your case. Okay? Now, just like you have positive support, this Page of Swords has tried to gather fake witnesses or people who know nothing about the situation. What are they doing with this, Divine? What are they doing with this supposed squad? Page of Swords. Yeah, they're playing mind games and penny pinching. But with penny pinching, okay. They don't have even the money to pay people to blackmail them to be a witness against you. So what they're doing is, because they're penny pinching, they're using mind games. They have actually tried to manipulate people and scare people and blackmail people into testifying against you. So there is nothing that this person has gathered as far as evidence or witnesses is concerned that would actually stand in a court of law. Divine is saying that they have built a whole false case against you. They've built a whole false case against you. That's why they've tried so hard to change the outcome of this case. But with Eight of Wands coming through, I said that you were going to see evidence of this falseness. And you will, because it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Divine, is there any guidance here regarding this situation? I want to use... Yeah, I want to use this one. Is there any guidance that you have for this beautiful being? Okay, look, truth. Truth will prevail. Truth will prevail, okay? And yeah, Divine says remembrance. So they're saying to get into a meditative state, allow yourself to relax, and like put on ohms, put on like whatever helps you to relax, okay? Relaxing sounds, you can do delta, theta waves, something that will really help your mind to just get completely relaxed. And then Divine says to just remember. Like, go over the events in your mind that are being scrutinized. Because something is going to come to mind that either puts you at ease or brings even a deeper sense of truth to your memory. Okay? Any other guidance? Maestro. Divine says you are the maestro. You're the master. You are the wise one. And by the time this whole thing is over, it's like you will have schooled these fools, because they are trying such underhanded techniques and strategies. I wouldn't even call them techniques, really. It's like strategies. But they're piecing everything together, and they're doing it in a very, like, supposedly slick way. They think they're slick, but they're really not. Okay? Remember, the Page of Swords is a page. Okay? And they're trying to go from the Page of Swords to the King of Pentacles. And they're doing it in such a nefarious way that they are not going to win. Divine, show me more. Oh, look. You got lucky at the bottom there. You are lucky. And remember, a win-win outcome is forecast. You got home here. So if there's something pertaining to a home, this is very lucky for you. Okay? Justice will prevail. That's what Divine is saying. Justice will prevail. They're like, they don't want this craziness to get out of hand, because they know, Divine knows that if this person wins, they would continue to try all of these tragic things against other people as well. They want to put a stop to that, and they're going to use you to put a stop to this craziness with this Page of Swords. Okay, it's coming out. All right, Divine wants you to have courage. Have courage as you proceed through this. and new moon. This is about the intentions that you set. Spirit is saying that it's all about your mind. That's why this person has tried to get to you and your mental energy. They know the power of the mind. They do know that. So please beware of the intentions that you are proceeding with and the visions that you're allowing to live in your mind. See a win-win forecast for you, okay? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Any other guidance for this beautiful being? Ooh, ooh. Healing. Divine is saying to focus on your healing. You have very spiritual energy. It's just a gift that you have. And so Divine does not want this process to drain you of that healing energy that you have. Let it feed you. Let it feed you. Every victory that you experience moving forward, reflect on how special you are, how the Divine loves you so much, and every win for you in this process is just evidence of the universe's love for you. So please focus on that. You are very abundant, and you are only going to experience more and more abundance as you move forward. Okay? Yeah, this is very important for your transformation, because there's something that's going to happen as a result of this process that you're going through. It goes to your courage. It's about your courage. That card that came out. It's like Divine is using this experience to transform your courage, because I feel like whether you've been known as a nice guy, nice woman, it's like you've been known as nice. And there could have been sometimes this desire to be really nice to people, but you may have done it because you wanted the person to feel comfortable around you, or you didn't want to appear as a threat. Divine is saying that you have so much healing energy that sometimes you've hidden from people, and you've hidden behind a smile and, you know, wanting people to be comfortable around you. Divine says that you're going through a transformation where you have unapologetic energy. You're healing, you're abundant, and you don't make any apologies, or you don't tone down your vibe to make people comfortable. No, you're not doing that. Whatever this conflict is that you are moving forward with, that you're going through, it's going to make you much more unapologetic. You will have to use your voice. You will have to stand up for yourself. And it's going to give you that strength that you need right here within your throat chakra to not care anymore about how you're being perceived by someone. It doesn't matter if they're seeing you as a nice person or a mean person or evil, or it doesn't matter if they see you as the savior, the hero, or the villain. You're you. There are epiphanies that are going to come to you as you are still. So you might notice that, like, there's this fast movement around you and things are moving, going, but you will have a stillness within you that allows you to focus on exactly what you need to focus on. It's like you won't be, people won't be able to disturb you, and they won't be able to disturb your peace. You're developing a sense of joy within yourself that is not dependent on anyone else or how they treat you. You're receiving guidance from the Divine as you move forward. And this, plus the stillness that you'll have, that willingness to meditate, is really going to have such a huge impact on your growth and on your connection with the Divine. It feels like a very life-changing event, which kind of explains why it could have felt so stressful at times, because the situations and opportunities that bring the most change often are very challenging. But Divine says that the more still you allow yourself to be with Spirit, the more guidance you will receive and the easier the process will be. Okay? Let's see what's coming through with these cards. Speak up. That goes back to your throat chakra. Divine says you're not going to be worried about how people perceive you anymore. That's something that you're shedding with this process. You're not going to care. And a lot of times that comes where like we have a care. Like, how do they see me? What did they think of me? That after you have been so tested and tried and you've experienced so much adversity, it's like it takes you away from that sense of care where you're just like, fuck it. I am me and I love it and I have something to say, damn it. And it's like opening up to a much bigger sense of freedom, a deeper sense of freedom. You're freeing yourself. Boss. You're a boss. Okay? You really are. Look at that. Both of those together. And I feel like that's why Nice Guy came through, is because people have perceived you as just a really nice person, but I feel like that's changing. And Divine is saying to just consider letting go of that. Okay? If you care about whether people think you're nice or not, just visualize yourself not caring if people think you're nice or not. Okay? Because the right people won't care. They'll just honor you for who you are without having to label you as nice or rude or anything in between. Asia. Somebody might be of Asian descent or traveling to an Asian country. Somebody might like a certain type of Asian food or Asian culture. Okay? So that could be relevant here. Divorce. This could pertain to divorce because I mentioned a court proceeding. Okay? This could be about a divorce. So the Page of Swords could be someone that you were married to. That could be for some of you. All right? Moon. This is giving me like feminine energy, intuition. Divine says to move through your days and your nights with a deep sense of intuition, honoring yours, honoring your feeling sense. Okay? Lightning. There's something that's going to come to you like very, very quickly. And it's in that stillness that you're going to get it. You may have been looking for answers as you proceed through a process. And Divine says that it will come to you when you're still, when you're quiet, when you're allowing yourself to relax. And you're going to experience a shift. This shift is about your freedom. Okay? There could be Aries energy that's involved here. Someone could be an Aries. Doesn't have to be. The courage to live authentically. I feel like, yeah, with this nice label that people have given you, you're definitely not going to care about that anymore. And it's going to allow you to protect yourself when you need to protect yourself, to speak up for yourself when you need to speak up, and to really be true to who you are and to what you feel. There's a certain level of authenticity that you're earning with this process, masked up. You could have felt sometimes like you were wearing a mask, but I feel like whatever legal process this is that you're going through, you're having to deal with a lot of people who are masked and a lot of people who are willing to lie. And so when Divine says a win-win outcome is forecast and justice will prevail, the truth prevails, a lot of these masks are going to disappear, and you're going to see people's masks just start to melt, and their truth is going to be revealed. Okay? This could be somebody who was lying about you, somebody who was presenting your character in a very false light. Okay? You have divine protection, beautiful being. You are divinely protected, and there is nothing and no one who can bring you down, okay? Yeah. Speak up. Speak up. Okay, divine. I'm going to pull a couple of these. You know what, first, I want to get a couple of these first. And then I'll go to that deck. Just to see, like, kind of what you've been dealing with this legal process or anything else. Anyone else that divine wants to, yeah, there's someone around you who's easily bothered. Okay? Oh, and they're holding grudges. So with the divorce card coming through, this could pertain to a divorce. Okay? There's someone who's definitely holding grudges. And I see someone like making tallies, like keeping tallies of like, well, you did this and I didn't do that. And you're, you know, it's like they're going tit for tat. This is a lot of emotional immaturity. A lot of red lights in communication. Like where someone's shutting down. I see that someone might be avoidant in their communication. And so this leads to a lot of misunderstandings and also just shutdowns. Like where there's an impasse in your communication with someone. There's someone here who's self-obsessed. They could have very narcissistic behavior. They could worry a lot about how people see them, how people view them, okay? Okay, so we have a friendship breakup, a secret crush, and an encore. So there is someone from your past that wants another go-round. I feel like that could be this person that you had a friendship breakup with. This could be, if you're having a divorce, you might feel like you're divorcing someone who you once considered a friend. Okay? Somebody might want another chance. Or an encore. Divine, what's the vibe of this? Okay, yeah, that's a big burden. Could be Sagittarius energy here. Fire. Ten of Wands. Okay? It's a person who is a burden, but they want back in to your life. Then you have a secret crush. So let's get a little information on this secret crush. Use the Kipper-ish. Thank you, Divine. Tell me more about this secret crush. It's a rising star. Or they see you as a rising star. Okay? Put it where it fits. Okay, someone is hoping for this to take place. I feel like whoever this is, they definitely have a secret crush on you. You could have a secret crush on them, but I feel like this energy is being directed towards you. And they have faith that there is going to be something here between you. Now, the time it's taking, okay, with this secret crush, I feel like this is a person who might be growing a little bit impatient. So it's almost like they're putting themselves in bondage a bit because they want to know if you are, if the feeling is reciprocated, you know? So I feel like this is a person who is hoping for you to respond in a way that they know that their crush is not unrequited. But because of the time that's passing, they are almost like, they feel like their hands are tied. Because they don't want to let you know about their feelings for you. There's something else to this though. It's not just the time. It's like they feel like their hands are tied, literally. We just had 34 on the timer. It's like there's somebody here who really likes you and they want to have something with you, but they feel like their hands are tied. It could be that they're already in a relationship, or maybe with divorce coming up, it could be that they're waiting for something to be finalized. okay? Before they express themselves. So they don't want the secret to come out until they know that you're available, or until it's like safe territory to explore. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Well, that could be cool. Yeah. Somebody wants to say hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Yeah, they want to like get something going. It's like they're sitting around waiting for this to happen. But I feel like they want this to be respectful, and so they're waiting for the freedom to do it, where they don't want to feel like their hands are tied anymore. Yeah. And they're saying a little prayer. Yeah. Okay, anything else from this deck? Oh, I don't think I showed you this card. It's really cute though. Yeah, Secret Crush. Anything else from this deck, beautiful being? Oh, no. Okay, so I feel like this is someone that you are definitely, like with that friendship breakup. There's someone who, it's like, I see clearly why you have distanced yourself from them. If you have pulled your energy back from a relationship and there's been a friendship breakup, I understand why. Because we've got dismissive and physical assault. No, we don't do that. We're not going to have that up in our realm. Okay? So whoever you distanced yourself from because of their rude, antagonistic, chaotic behavior, you did a good thing. Okay? Okay, there's bait and switch here. So somebody could be switching the story up on you. Trying to... That could be that Page of Swords that was coming through, you know? Trying to use tactics to throw you off. Okay? I feel like you're very optimistic about your independence at this time. And that's a beautiful vibe. You may have been in a relationship or some sort of connection that did not really celebrate your independence. And so that's something that you are embarking on now, is you're going down a different road, a different path, where you are open to connections or to the right connection, but you don't want to be with anyone who's going to try to shut down your independence. And so it's like you're starting with you, where you celebrate who you are as an individual, and then you're willing to celebrate the beauty of you with the right person. Yeah, and by focusing on your independence, that's going to help you to attract the right person to you. Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. Ashe, you're doing really beautiful things. Really beautiful things. Okay, I am going to go ahead and select... What am I going to select today? Oh, you know what? Let me get a couple self-care cards. Okay, because that's so important. And then I'll probably close with an Archangel Oracle. Thank you, Divine. What does this beautiful being need to hear regarding their self-care, taking good care of themselves? Okay, the solar plexus chakra. So this is about your courage, and it's like your source of strength, okay? Your heat. Now, I know that Divine was saying to speak up, but also not caring about how people view you. Just allowing yourself to radiate your true energy, your individuality to radiate. And that's going to be really, really empowering for you. You might want to connect with Tiger's Eye. I love wearing Tiger's Eye. It's great for motivation and your own personal will. It's great for the solar plexus. Also, going outside in the sun and soaking up the sun rays. Do it safely, you know. If you need sunblock, do that. But yeah, just connect with the sunlight. That's really, really helpful for helping to balance your solar plexus chakra. Also, listening to healing frequency music. Divine is saying to wake up early. Now, you know, if you wake up early, you got to go to bed early. So, what's coming through is, oh, my nose itching. Thank you, Spirit. You're coming through. Your nighttime routine, your bedtime routine. Really be cognizant of what you're doing prior to bed. If you're having a hard time sleeping, nurture yourself at bedtime and do something that's going to help nurture your sleep energy. You can get a nice light that helps you sleep well. Like, I like a Himalayan salt lamp. I love to sleep with those. Also, you can use aromatherapy. Lavender is great for bedtime. So there are a lot of things that you can do to nurture your energy at night to help you get a good night's sleep, okay? You can meditate. You can play healing frequency music. Y'all know we're on YouTube, so there's like a million things to help you sleep on YouTube. You've also got financial goals here. So that is extremely... Hold on. Alexa, play Om Mantra. She switched it up on me, so I don't want to get a copyright strike for something that is... Okay, so you got financial goals here. Divine is saying to be aware of where you want to go financially, like where you want to be. What level of comfort do you want financially? And if your goal is to make more money, it truly is easy to make money when you focus on doing that. One thing that's coming to me is like, if you're very scattered with your goals of making money, then it's like you find yourself giving a little of effort here, a little there, a little there. But if you can focus on one or two streams of income, you can make such a huge difference with giving that continued effort, okay? Yeah. Divine is also bringing through that they see your financial goals. They see you. They said that you're very focused. I see the glasses here. Divine, clarify this financial goals for me. Yeah, so your drive and your creative, like, inspiration is truly the key for you to manifest increased abundance. Anything else, Spirit, for financial goals? Emperor. Stability. Like this is having your empire. Okay? So I feel like you already have been giving a lot of energy to this. And I feel like what's coming through with financial goals truly is your abundance. Let me check with this career deck. That could be a part of that independent energy that you're going for, you know. You probably are seeking independent wealth as well. Can I please give a word for this beautiful being's financial goals? Oh, that one was popping over. Okay. So, all right. So, look. Protect your financial energy. Because there's someone who is evil-eyeing your finances. Okay, there's someone who envies you. And they are hoping for an unexpected outcome for you, an unexpected loss. But look, you've made really good investments that are taking you to the next level. You can't be stopped. And remember, Spirit was saying to speak up, use your voice. Yes, voice, use your voice. Your voice will make you money, beautiful being. Look, you got goals. You got goals. So you might want to revise them and make sure that they're still aligned with what you really truly want. That's a great thing to do while we're still in Virgo season, okay? If you're watching this while we're still in Virgo season. But yeah, there's somebody who's eyeing your financial progress or your progress period. And because you are successful, they have been wishing negative energy on you, but you can send that right back and go right about your business. Protect yourself, surround yourself with divine protection, and you're going to the next level for sure. Like, it's a sure thing. There's no room for debate on that. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, I want to pull a couple of these. Thank you, Divine. What message do you have for this beautiful being? The Ravens. Messengers, ancient wisdom, magic, the spirit world, life and death. So you are beginning again. Whatever is coming to an end in your world, you're beginning anew, okay? And so just know that whatever has been cleared out, there is beautiful space now for success and for this financial independence that you've been seeking. That's what you're manifesting. Coming in hot. So there are beautiful blessings coming in hot, okay? This is the energy of creation as well. So whatever it is that you're working on creatively, it is really a beautiful thing. And it's going to help you to grow in so many ways. Financially, spiritually. Okay, there's somebody that Divine wants to remind you you cannot fix them. It is not your job to fix them. Divine is not asking you to fix them. Okay, if you are going through a divorce, Divine says it's not your responsibility to fix them. You as a healing person, okay, I get that you are a healer. I know that you tried to give that person your energy, your time, your energy, your effort, but not everyone is ready to be healed. Not everyone can be healed, because if they don't receive that energy, then you can't force it on them. And so they're just not ready to evolve at this point in time. But please don't see that as a failure on your part by any means. Girl Spirit. Okay? Hope doesn't stop the karmic wheel from turning. There's somebody in your world who mistreated you, and they are receiving karma. You're not supposed to stop that. Okay, it's what they have brought on themselves, and it's a part of their learning process. There really is. I mean, I don't ever wish karma on people because I want to see them tortured. No, but it's a wonderful process that the universe brings people to in order for them to learn, so that they don't continue in their same nonsense. So that's why it's not supposed to be stopped, is because it does serve a purpose. Okay, you've got unbreakable. Fall down 7, get up 8. Rise, determined, unbreakable. You are unbreakable, beautiful being. And it may have felt like some people were coming against you, but they're about to find out that you are unbreakable. Also, your intuition is highly activated. This is the mystical cat. Intuition, magic, divine being, fortune, good fortune. Okay, like the oracle card, a win-win outcome is forecast, and warding off evil. Make sure that you're protecting your energy with all that you have going on right now. You want to be able to rest. Just because you're going through a lot doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to rest. So you can use those healing frequencies and visualizations and cleansing spiritual baths, protective spiritual baths to cleanse and protect your energy. And then that way you're building in those protective rituals into your world, so that you don't have to think about it. Like, it's not something that you have to plan for once every month. You can just do protective rituals all throughout the day. You know, use your Florida water. Get a little spray bottle and spray it throughout the day. You know, it feels good. You know, cleanse your energy. You can tune into healing videos. I almost breathed that in. You can tune into healing videos and healing frequencies and play them throughout your home. The more things that you do throughout the day to protect yourself, the higher your vibration will be. And you are protecting your energy. 4848 on the timer. Ashe. Okay, I'm going to close with an oracle card. Okay, Archangel Michael is calling me. He's calling us. Look, he's always right here. That's Archangel Michael. He's in every video. Okay. So, I love me some Archangel Michael now. And yes, you can definitely, if you feel drawn to his energy, you can call on him for protection. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Archangel Michael. What message do you have for this beautiful being? Okay, you got 2. All right, Divine says, let it go. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. There's weight that is still connected to you from the past, cords. If you are experiencing a divorce, then you know, that's a process that you have to heal yourself through, because it is a huge separation of energy. And so doing that from a spiritual perspective will help support your goal of moving forward with forgiveness in your heart. And that brings me to the next card. Oh, well, yeah, that's called Let It Go. Okay, that's called Let It Go. And then the next one says, be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. The voice came through twice. Divine said, speak up. And then the voice card came through for the career deck. So that's a big message for you. And so you might find that maybe by using your voice, that's how you share your light with the world. Or maybe it's through your art, or maybe it's through your music, or whatever. However you express your energy and share your light with the world, please do it without any shame, okay? You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. You're not only a healer, but you're also a teacher. You have lessons that you can teach people. And I feel like one of the most beautiful things about you, what's coming through, is that you teach in a very loving way. It's not condescending at all. You know, you recognize 5115 was just on the timer. So the changes that you're going through are supporting your new beginnings with yourself, and it's supporting your self-love. Okay? But you teach others in a very humble way. And that is so beautiful, because there's so many people who teach that act like they are the be-all, end-all, and there's nothing for them to learn. I'm like, everybody got something to learn. Like, we're never supposed to stop learning, you know? And so I've been very blessed with teachers that were humble and kind and loving, and that's the same kind of teacher that you are, you know, whether you're teaching yet or not, but you already have that skill and that gift and that ability to approach people in a really beautiful, sweet, loving way that gets the message across, but also helps them to feel like, you know, they're worthy. Ashe. Okay, beautiful being. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it brought you good vibes and clarity and blessings. All right, beautiful being. I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy. And I wish you so many blessings. Take care.